What's up, guys? Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1,
and we're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
Whoa! No.
If you wouldn't choke, he could tell you that
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you guys, the viewer. If you have a question about Warhammer 40K, GW, or just anything in your life, we will answer it for you. We do this video 3 times a week. So we're just here to answer the Warhammer 40K community's lore questions and what have you. So if you want to participate and ask us a question, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because it's easier for us to filter through the comments if your question is labeled as a question.
That's right.
And this question is brought to you by... Oh no. Okay, I got it. Azzy Ward. He asks, if there were to be a Warhammer 30K movie made, who would be your picks to play the Primars? Bum bum bum.
All right, let's start with Robute Gilliman.
Robute Gilliman, like what is his characteristics?
He's a great strategist. He's like the poster boy. He's pretty. He's got all these like features. He's blonde.
He's blonde.
He's like Roman.
Yeah, Romanesque. Who would you choose?
Let's go with what's his name? Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. What movie does he play?
He was in Les Mis. I think he was in a Gladiator. I think that was him.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good choice, I guess. He seems a little bit too like stern.
Yeah, he's supposed to be stern.
But is Gilliman stern? I thought Gilliman was like more easygoing than like, let's say, Ferrus Manus or something.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like it. All right, because of the Gladiator. And
yeah,
like,
Gladiator, whatnot.
What about Perturabo?
Ooh, that's an easy one. John C. Reilly.
Yes, definitely. John C. Reilly definitely fits the character of Perturabo because they're both ugly as fuck.
Next up, Fulgrim.
Fulgrim is Pretty Boy, right?
Yeah, Pretty Boy.
He's like the Pretty Marines. So who's a Pretty Boy? What's the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Johnny Depp.
No, the other one.
Orlando Cruz. No, Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom would play a good Fulgrim.
Yeah.
Especially because he was with his like blonde hair and he was Legolas, right?
Legolas. There you go.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Ferrus Manus.
Ferrus Manus, Mr. Iron Hand himself.
Ferrus Manus is supposed to be like a tech guy.
Yeah.
So.
Josh Gad.
Who's Josh Gad?
He was in. He's the voice of Olaf in Frozen. He's like the funny guy. He plays the funny guy in a bunch of movies.
Yes, that guy.
That guy.
What about who else do we got? Damn, we're gonna do all 20.
Lehman Russ.
Lehman Russ definitely is Donnie
DeVito.
Yeah, Donnie DeVito.
Donnie DeVito, definitely.
Yeah. He just puts out a Viking-esque feel whenever you see him on screen, especially in It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, he's the badass of the whole show.
Definitely, yeah.
Vulcan.
Vulcan would have to be a very dark person. So probably Will Ferrell.
Definitely.
Whenever I think of a good black actor, I think Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm.
And then Horus. Let's just put Horus out there. Who do you think Horus would be?
Guilford Godfrey.
Guilford Godfrey, yeah. Definitely. The voice is really good.
Yeah, it's like Luna Wolves, Primar, Guilford Godfrey. You can't even, without even thinking about it. Who else? Magnus.
Magnus the Red.
Psyker.
That one witch from Pirates of the Caribbean. What's her name? I don't know the actress, but the Caribbean.
The one that summons like crabs and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Magnus the Red.
Yeah, I can see that, definitely. Who are we missing? Alfarius?
Alfarius would have to be like a small person.
So probably like Shaq.
Secretive.
Yeah, Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq. Or like The Rock.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's very discreet.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he walks into a room, you don't really know, oh shit, that's The Rock. You think...
Yeah, it's probably just some guy. Yeah.
Flying the wall.
He's just like a rock amongst pebbles.
And the Emperor?
The
Emperor will probably have to be... Who's somebody that who exemplifies power and prestige
and charisma.
That's a tough one. We should have had this planned out beforehand.
Yeah. Because when I think Emperor, I think of like long flowing black hair, powerful, kind of like Fabio almost. If he dyed his hair.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, that's gross. Yeah. Next question.
This one's by...
We stayed on that one for a little too long.
Ben Francisco. Is Jenny from the Block still a thing?
Yes, especially in the Warhammer 40K universe.
Mm-hmm. They've got tons of blocks.
Yep. Next question comes from Brittany Hall. If the Black Templars consider the Emperor to be a god of man, isn't that heresy? Maybe to certain chapters, but who's gonna...
Yeah, who's gonna go up against the freaking Black Templars?
Because you gotta remember, the Black Templars are far larger than what the Codex Astartes dictates.
Mm-hmm.
So they are a chapter of, like, zealous, strong men.
Yeah, just think of, like, the Holy Crusades, but in 40K. That's them.
Next question comes from...
Dragon Punch 903. Will we ever see a Tau versus Orcs battle report for 8th edition?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's like now that I feel it's like the gaming field is now level, we can actually have a good matchup.
Right.
Because 7th edition, the Tau are going to beat the Orcs, 9 times out of 10.
Right. And that wouldn't be fun for you guys, and it's not fun for me. El Cult. Can Terminus artillery be shot from a point in space across a warp portal to deliver apocalyptic destruction on a target in space where the portal opens on the other side?
That is OP if it is true.
And then at the same time, well, no. So the answer is no, just because the warp is like confusing. So like you would shoot it into the warp, and who knows where it's gonna come up? It might come up right behind you.
Yeah, it might hit you 5 years in the past before you even shot it.
And then you enter a paradox, and then GW or the Warhammer 40K universe just collapses upon itself.
All being held aloft by Perturabo.
Perturabo! Next question.
This one is by All Might. Is it okay to touch other players' models during a game? Say if you're removing them if they die, or is there an unwritten rule to not touch other people's models?
I don't like touching other people's models unless I don't like that person. So I touch a lot of people's models. I'm just kidding, because he's the only one that I play with.
Yeah. I mean, we touch each other's models. I mean, I'm touching his right now.
Whoa, okay.
Whoa. Hands up, hands up.
No, but there's really no written rule or anything. I think if you're in a GW store, you should just be careful when you're dealing with somebody else's models, because you don't know who's in there. You don't know if something's going to get stolen, and then you might be the one to blame because you were the one touching his models.
Yeah, and also you got to think about it. These models, you build them, you paint them, you buy them, so it's like something, you spent your time and your livelihood doing, and it's like if somebody else breaks it, it's just like, oh, F me, right?
Yeah. This question comes from Barry Wagner. My question is for the Sound Alchemist. Much like your fly-ass self, I too am making my own Legion along with a Primarch. Do you have any tips as far as models for my Primarch? I don't know where to start. Captains and Legion heroes are easy just convert. Or are easy just to convert. But Primarchs, due to their size limits, conversion options. Oh, limits conversion options. Sorry, I'm reading all messed up. How did you make your Primarch? Keep on being fly, bros. We watch OMS every day in the house. You guys are. Or in this house. You guys are on the tube more than our local news crew. Thanks, guys. BLW.
Awesome.
What's BLW mean? All right.
Black Lives...
Women? Okay.
Yeah, that is one problem that I came across a lot, because I really wanted to use Lorgar's body, but I never liked the look of just heads. Like, I always wanted like some type of armor or a helmet or something. So yes, you can convert, but up to a certain point, because like you said, they are, bigger in scale. So your best bet is probably to find a commission studio. Maybe like a sculptor can do it for you. Yeah, it's gonna be a little pricey, but this is gonna be, your 1 in a million type of thing. So like you'll have a completely unique model. It'll look the way you want it to look, and have it fit your army. Right.
And the thing that I think is good right now is that the Primaris models are extremely large. I haven't seen the comparison to like a Primaris model compared to Gilliman, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty equal. But like you said, hire somebody.
Yeah. Always, you could use like green stuff to try and make it yourself, but look on eBay. Sometimes you'll find some things that work, so you just gotta look.
Next question.
This one is by Johnny Mayer. I want to go to the U.S. next year, but where's the best place to go by myself and the most nerdy, geeky places to go?
You come to Chicago. Chicago's pretty amazing. You're not going to be bored at all. Whether it's geeky, not really.
I mean, you got some comic shops, and depending on when you come, you could have conventions going on.
Yeah, we have Wizard World, we have Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So just like look up, or wait until, yeah, you should. Wait until Adepticon comes.
Yes.
So next year, and then, you know, visit Chicago for the week, and then on the weekend go to Adepticon, because it's like 20 minutes away from Chicago. So
right.
There you go. This question comes from Marogue Zero. I have a relatively large Space Marine army, but they are my brothers, so they are already painted. He has given me permission to reprint them or repaint them, but what chapter should I make them? Imperial Fists.
Yeah, Imperial Fists. They're yellow's a very fun paint to try to work with.
Yes, very. It's just gonna take you a couple years, but whatever.
Now, to go with something you like, definitely don't go for the overpowered stuff. Go for the lore that you enjoy, because you want this army to be fun playing, not just fun winning.
Exactly.
This one's by Brian Brown. Where would you guys rather spend a night? The slave pits of Kamara, a world at the end stage of a Tyranid invasion, or anywhere within the realm of Khorne? And where would be your best chance of survival?
I think your best chance of survival would be...
I'd say Kamara.
Kamara, yeah. But it's not going to be a very good life after that. You're going to be very scarred, mentally, physically, if you do survive. I would personally want to be in Khorne, or like the world of Khorne, my bad.
There's no escaping that, dude. You're gonna...
yeah, but at least you die fighting. Like, that's cool. It's like, you're in a never-ending war. Or you might get lucky, you get on a planet where, like, it's never-ending war. So, like, after you die, he revives you, and you go through the whole process again.
True.
And then you could become a champion of Khorne, so I'll give myself up to Khorne. I think that's way better than, you know, getting flayed.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one?
The planet where the Tyranids are at the end stage of an invasion.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna escape Tyranids.
No, Tyranids, you're done.
Yeah.
I feel like Kamara's, you got a higher chance of escaping, but
Is that what you would choose?
yeah, Kamara.
Next question. I have one from, oh shit. Noob. Continuing on with the first question. The blur between human and Xenos has already happened within the Gene Stealer cults. I don't know. I'm sorry. These questions are not in order, so if you ask another question, I can't find it.
Alright, I'll go with this one. This one is by Council of Mechanized Space Fungus. That's a pretty badass name. What happens if a Blood Angel Dreadnought gets the Black Rage? Do they pull out the Marine inside, or let him die inside the Dreadnought?
Let him die inside the Dreadnought.
Yeah, because he's going to do the most work inside the Dreadnought.
And if you remove him from the Dreadnought, he dies.
Yeah, because that's his life support.
Yeah. Crane Haney. Have you guys rewatched your videos and played the drinking game? Every time you say question, take a swig. No, because then it would take 40.
Yeah, we'd be dead.
So no, we have not.
Question before your question after the question. Yeah, our blood alcohol level would be through the roof.
Yes, we would die. Next question.
Fan9775. How do Tau eat? Do they close their noses, or do they stuff the food down that slit? And what do they eat?
Through their anus.
Yeah, it's like you gotta pay the troll toll to get inside the boy's hole. And once you're in there, you have to go through the anus and out the slit and then back into the mouth. And that's how they eat. What they eat? Grain.
There you go. Shower Babies 1. Is it true that the Eldar created the Tau? If so, why? Yes, of course. We've talked about this before. Well, you know what? This is my theory. But the reason why is to fight chaos. So I believe in the theory of cyclical cycles. So everything goes round.
Cyclical cycles.
Or cycles.
Yeah.
So the world started off with the old ones, who were extremely psychically powerful and the good guys. They were attacked by the not psychic people, the Necrons, who were the bad guys. The Necrons won, but before they won, the psychically powerful old ones created the also psychically powered Eldar, good guys. And now the Chaos gained power, so they became the bad guys. Chaos became the bad guys, Slanesh and all that, to the Eldar. So now the Eldar have to create a not psychically powerful race, the Tau, in order to combat the Chaos. So that's why I think that makes sense.
Good theory, but will GW ever address it? Probably not. And that is it, guys. That's all the time we have for you guys today. Please hit us up with more questions. We will answer them and get back to you next week. Yeah. As always, I'm the Sound Alchemist.
Gershwan.
We are One Mind Syndicate, and we are out of here.
I'm off on the adventure. We're good. This is dedicated to all the kids like me. I'm on